Imagine leaving the streets of Guarujá and, with a lot of talent and effort, living a life that few could dream of. Neymar, the name behind millions of fans and records in football, has achieved a luxurious lifestyle that includes luxury cars, stunning mansions, a private yacht and a salary that surpasses imagination. But how did he get there? How did the child prodigy become one of the richest and most influential athletes in the world? In this video, we will reveal what is behind Neymar's impressive wealth, his achievements on and off the field, and how he transformed his passion for football into a legacy of success. Because, in the end, this story is more than just about money and fame. It is about how a dream can, in fact, become reality. Neymar's story begins in a simple place, far from the palaces and luxurious cars that he flaunts today. It was in Guarujá, a modest neighborhood on the coast of São Paulo, that Neymar, still a boy, took his first steps towards football. The son of a former soccer player, Neymar da Silva Santos, and a housewife, Nadine, he grew up in a small house, but full of love and dreams. From an early age, Neymar seemed to have something different. While many children played in the streets with improvised balls, he already stood out for his skill, dribbling with an agility that left everyone around him amazed. Neymar did not know that his life was about to change forever, but his parents always believed in their son's talent and did everything they could to support him. Even with financial difficulties, the boy never stopped chasing his dreams. The soccer field was the place where he felt free, where his skill with the ball made him shine. Santos FC, one of the biggest soccer clubs in Brazil, was where Neymar began his path. When he was just 11 years old, he was invited to train in the Santos youth teams, an opportunity that seemed far away, but that with a lot of effort, he managed to achieve. The move to the city of Santos was not easy for the family. They moved into a simple apartment and, with a busy training schedule, Neymar's parents were far away, working day and night to make their son's dream come true. In his first weeks at Santos, Neymar felt like he was in a new world. The field was bigger, the coaches were more demanding, and the other boys were there with the same goal, to be great in football. Neymar's talent was quickly spotted by the club scouts, who noticed the young man's skill and vision of the game, far beyond his size. He was not afraid to face his elders, to dribble boldly, and this made him a unique player. But the beginning was not easy. It required a lot of training, a lot of effort, and many times, Neymar had to sacrifice himself, giving up leisure time to dedicate himself to training. Remember, just check if you are already subscribed to the channel, because I will bring you a series of videos of your idols. At the age of 13, Neymar was already one of the greatest prospects in Brazilian football, and in 2009, at the age of 17, he made his professional debut for Santos. It was an unforgettable moment for him, his family, and the club. The boy who grew up on the streets of Guarujá, playing soccer barefoot, was now wearing the Santos FC jersey and enchanting fans with his creative football and spectacular dribbling. But Neymar's dream didn't stop there. He knew that, to conquer the world, he needed to leave Brazil and play in the best leagues on the planet. Santos became his home, but he dreamed of being recognized globally. He wanted more. And that's what happened when he shone in the 2011 Libertadores, leading Santos to the most important title on the continent. Neymar was the star player, the player everyone wanted to see, and the football world began to surrender to his talent. That moment, the victory with Santos, was just the beginning of a journey that would take him to the biggest football stadiums in the world. Neymar had already shown the world that his humble origins would not define his destiny, and that with a lot of determination and focus, he would achieve what seemed impossible to many. He knew he had a dream, to be one of the greatest soccer players in history, and he was determined to do everything necessary to make that dream come true. The boy from Guarujá, with his talent and courage, was ready to conquer the world of soccer. The first great rise, Santos and the world at his feet. At 17, Neymar was no longer just a promise. He was about to become a star. Santos FC, his favorite club, became the stage where the boy from Guarujá would show the entire world what he was capable of doing with the ball at his feet. The year 2010 marked the beginning of his great rise in Brazilian soccer, but it was in 2011, with the conquest of the Copa Libertadores da América, that he truly became a star. You made your name in history. With each game, Neymar became more and more enchanting. His football was different, unpredictable. The dribbling, the passing, the spectacular plays, everything seemed natural to him, as if the field were his home and the ball his inseparable friend. But what was really impressive was the courage he had to face the greatest opponents, even at such a young age. Neymar was not afraid of anyone. He stood out among experienced players, demonstrating impressive technical ability, with a vision of the game that left anyone speechless. At Santos, Neymar was the protagonist. His football attracted the attention of the biggest clubs in Europe and around the world. But for him, the most important thing at that moment was to win the Libertadores, a title that Santos fans dreamed of so much. And he did it masterfully. The final against Peñarol, at Maracana, was a milestone. Neymar, with his agility and talent, was largely responsible for Santos' victory, leading the team to the title after a 48-year wait. From that moment on, the name Neymar was talked about not only in Brazil, but also around the world. The young boy who grew up on the streets of Guarujá now had the world at his feet. The newspapers, the televisions, the social networks, everyone was talking about him. He was the new idol of Brazilian football, an example of talent and overcoming. But more than that, Neymar was already beginning to understand that his life was about to change forever. The future seemed to be in his hands, and he knew he could not let the opportunity pass him by. What followed was an avalanche of offers and proposals. Big clubs in Europe, such as Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Chelsea, were eyeing the boy. But Neymar, at just 19 years old, had something much more important in mind: the next step. He knew that to achieve his dream of becoming one of the greatest football players in the world, he would need to leave Brazil and shine in one of the most competitive leagues on the planet. Santos had already been the springboard for his international career, but Europe was his next destination. Neymar's life off the pitch also began to change rapidly. Luxury brands began to seek him out, recognizing his influence and charisma. He soon became the face of major advertising campaigns, modeling at fashion events and appearing alongside celebrities. His lifestyle changed as his fame grew. Designer clothes, luxury cars, and trips to exotic places became part of his daily life. He, who had previously led a simple life, was now living like a true global icon. But despite all the fame and fortune, Neymar never forgot his roots. In interviews, he always spoke fondly of his family, Santos, and the city of Guarujá. He knew that it was that humble foundation, built by his parents and his community, that made him the player he was. And that motivated him to continue to excel in every game, knowing that he carried with him the pride of his country and his city. Little by little, the child prodigy who started playing football on the streets of Guarujá was becoming the king of Brazil, with the whole world watching his career. His star was shining brightly, and his journey was just beginning. From a small neighborhood on the coast of São Paulo to the biggest stadiums in the world, Neymar was establishing himself as one of the greatest talents in world football, and the best was yet to come. In 2017, Neymar made history when he was transferred to Paris Saint-Germain for a record fee of €222 million. He became the most expensive player of all time, and his new home was the ultimate luxury. Paris Saint-Germain, with its millionaire stars and sophisticated stadium, became the setting for Neymar's life, who now has at his disposal one of the biggest contracts in the history of sports. He moved into a luxury mansion in Paris, with panoramic views, an infinity pool, and even a private helipad. In addition, Neymar continued to live his life of ostentation with luxury cars, trips to exclusive destinations, and events with the cream of the world's society. Well, we're almost at the end of the video, but before we do, I noticed that you haven't liked this video yet. This is very important so that YouTube can continue to show you our content, and we will continue to inform you, so leave your like, it's free. After conquering Brazil, Europe, and the world with his unparalleled talent on the football field, Neymar began to live a life that many consider to be a true modern fairy tale. He, who used to play on the streets of Guarujá with friends and family, now moved through a world where luxury and sophistication were his new reality. Every step he took off the pitch reflected the immense success he had achieved. Luxury cars were the first to appear. Neymar, who has always had a passion for speed and design, he soon traded his humble vehicle for cars from renowned brands. His garage became a veritable exhibition of high-end cars: Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Audis, Mercedes-Benz. With each new contract, a new toy for the football icon. He didn't just buy these cars, but lived the full experience, having fun and sharing on social media his trips through the streets of Paris, Barcelona, and, of course, his beloved Brazil. Cars were not only a status symbol for Neymar, but a way of expressing his bold personality and his passion for living intensely. In addition to cars, another reflection of his new life was his style. Designer clothes were an important part of Neymar's transformation. He became one of the greatest style icons in world sport. The most exclusive brands began to approach him, making Neymar their official face, inviting him to fashion shows and limited collections. From casual t-shirts to designer suits, he did not go unnoticed. His entire look reflected impeccable care, with luxury pieces that matched his young, bold, and always ahead of the trend's personality. Each look was carefully thought out, and Neymar never failed to document it in photos, showing the world his lifestyle, always elegant, always modern. But Neymar's life was not limited to luxury clothes and cars. The life experience he now had was complete. He traveled to the most exotic destinations, sharing with his followers stunning images of vacations on paradise islands, gala events, exclusive parties, and trips to stunning places. He was invited to star in advertising campaigns for the most coveted brands, posing at gala events with internationally renowned celebrities and influencers. For Neymar, each trip and each event became an opportunity to live life to the fullest, to enjoy his youth and the status he had achieved. Neymar also became a fashion enthusiast, taking part in the world's biggest style events, such as Paris Fashion Week, where he paraded with impeccable posture and an easygoing, yet classy attitude. The spotlight not only followed him on the football pitch, but also on the catwalks and at gala events, showing that he had much more to offer than his incredible dribbling and goals. Neymar's social life was a reflection of his fame and power in football. He was always surrounded by friends, celebrities, and other athletes, enjoying moments of relaxation at private parties and dinners with high-profile people. His Instagram account, with millions of followers, became a direct channel of communication with his fans, where he shared his leisure moments, but also his training and competition routine. Each post became a showcase of his luxurious lifestyle, with images of new cars, exclusive clothes, and breathtaking landscapes. But at the same time, Neymar never stopped being Neymar. He remained approachable and close to his family, always with a smile on his face and a special affection for the friends who had been with him since the beginning of his career. Although glamour and luxury had become a significant part of his life, he never lost the essence of who he really was. This made his journey even more fascinating. A global icon who, despite living at the top, never forgot his humble origins. Every choice, from the car he drove to the clothes he wore, became part of a lifestyle that reflected not only Neymar's success in football, but his personality. Authentic, vibrant, and always in search of new experiences. Luxury was not just a consequence of success, but a way for him to celebrate life in a unique way, enjoying everything the world had to offer, without ever losing connection to his roots. He was the example that with talent, hard work, and dedication, the dream of a luxurious life is not out of reach for anyone. Today, Neymar is one of the richest and most recognized athletes in the world. However, his luxurious lifestyle and personal choices have also drawn criticism. But like every great player, he knows that football is a roller coaster, full of ups and downs. With each victory, with each title won, Neymar reaffirms his legacy in the sport, while at the same time trying to maintain a balance between success on the field and his ostentatious personal life. Neymar's life continues to be a source of inspiration and reflection for many, reminding us that, behind all the luxury, the effort and dedication to football never ceases. Neymar's story is not only about luxuries, cars, and mansions, but also about a boy who came from a simple neighborhood and, with great talent and effort, conquered the world. His career in football, marked by victories and overcoming, reflects the constant search for excellence, but also the awareness that, at the end of the day, a man's legacy is about much more than what he owns. It's about the impact he leaves on the people and the world around him. This is Neymar's life: luxury, achievements, and challenges, mixed with a story of overcoming and achievements beyond the field. Thank you for watching this far. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the next videos. Until next time.